All right, we should be live. Let's see. All right, yep, there we are. We're live.
Well, good morning. How you doing, FG?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you in your mobile studio?
Well, I just found out that I can't get an internet signal on the laptop for some reason, so I won't be able to be in the chat, but I'll definitely be watching the chat. And yeah,
Well, that's okay. I do have my laptop right next to me here in my studio, so I'm looking at and can respond in chat to everybody. Good morning, Primo and Davina. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us.
looks like Silver Sleuth and Sharing the Journey are here. And I just got to say, man, congratulations on 250 subscribers. That's an awesome, epic milestone, brother. And well deserved. I love your channel, and I see in the comments, man, that last video, or I guess it was a giveaway video, and I don't think it's just because it was a giveaway video, but there's like 50 comments, and not counting yours. There's like 50 people that commented, and you're growing great guns, and I'm proud of you. And man, I'm so glad and honored to be here. I deeply, truly am. Thank you so much for having me on your 250 giveaway. Right on.
Yeah, and thanks for coming on with me. You're a big influence as to why I'm doing the live here for sure.
Oh, well, good, good. Yeah, they're. I really enjoy the live streams. It's a lot of fun, man.
So I do see somebody in the chat sharing the journey. If people in that are listening or even at a later time doing the replay, if they haven't checked out his channel, it's not your typical silver community channel. He does a channel that's RV living and follows him and his wife on the road in their RV. And there's a lot of good content about doing RV living in there. So if you're interested in that type of information, check out Sharing the Journey.
Sharing the journey, I will definitely. I love to find new channels because it's so diverse. Our community, and there's it. I don't think of it as just the precious metal stacking and collecting community. To me, it's become treasure fam. They call it hashtag treasure fam, treasure family. And because there's so many different my gosh, magnet fishing, metal detecting, dry panning, prospecting, so many related things, coin roll hunting. It just goes on and on and on. It's like you can't just call us precious metalers. There's way more to this community than that. And
Yeah.
sharing the journey, I'm going to be checking you out, definitely.
So Pirate was showing his new skull rounds that he got on his last one. I'd asked him if he'd seen my newest silver pour yet. I thought this one was one that would be right up Pirate Stacker's alley. And the colors that are on this just don't come through the camera as vibrant as what they look like in real life. This piece it's got to be one of my most favorite that I've done yet.
It's
Unfortunately,
beautiful.
I kind of messed up the stamp on here. What I've discovered is that the stamp that we had made is fine for doing like this type of stamp. It's fine for using my press, but
Okay.
when trying to strike it, it is too much surface area for me to get a good strike. If there's any imperfection, if it's not perfectly smooth, I end up with this where it's missing parts of it.
I see.
So
Interesting. So a big difference between pouring and trying to stamp, especially if you don't have a perfectly flat surface you're stamping on, obviously.
yeah. So
So
you know,
what?
I
Wait, you hold. You got to tell me, or are you starting to tell me that? What did Pirate Stacker say, or did he see it?
he hadn't seen it yet,
Oh,
so
oh, okay.
he's going to check out that video. But
Well, I got to tell you what. I went and watched the opening scene to Pirates of the Caribbean, where Miss Swan discovers the boy on the piece of broken wreckage, and he's wearing that necklace. And oh man, it was such a just yeah, that's pirate all over. I love that piece that you did. It's amazing.
And then of course, I had the bar here, and I tried stamping it and ran into issues.
Oh
And
yeah,
you can see the stamp kind of left an impression, but not really. And what it did more than anything was almost kind of deformed the bar a little bit. I was able to correct it, but and I did get the weight and stuff stamped into it.
cool.
But I talked to Silverpunk, who is
Yeah,
one of the members over in the Stacker Social in the EU community, and he says that on these really thin art bars, he doesn't try to stamp them at all, just because that is an issue. It's so thin that any stamping on it can deform it. So I
understood.
think I think that may be what I do in the future. Although I played with, I don't think I have an example here. I think it went
I think I
downstairs.
may have a solution. And Silver and Cigars, good to see you this morning. Miss Swan, Elizabeth is very hot, very hot. Oh my God, that's probably why I love Pirates of the Caribbean so much. Who else
Um,
is here? Blue Collar Stacker rolled in, right? Oh, Silver Sleuth, there he is. He was at the very beginning. I think he dropped comments probably when you dropped the post here. Stacker Man's Rabbit Hole, Mishy Stacker. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good to see everyone. OTGM is in the house. Wow, look at all you guys. Right on. Thanks for being here, everybody.
all right. Well, you want to get into your questions?
Um, yeah, I guess so. First, can you tease us a little bit about this giveaway, man?
Oh, sure. So
I like to be teased. I'm sorry, I just do. I don't feel right. It's like getting screwed without being kissed first. Come on now, FG.
maybe maybe about halfway through, what I'll do is I'll unhook my camera from the tripod here, and we'll do a live comment picker from that video,
Oh,
and that'll be for this
yeah.
1963 Benjamin, and it really is in the shape that it looks like here. It's probably one that could get graded, but probably isn't worth getting graded, if you know what I mean.
Well, maybe someone will.
So there's that, and we'll do that as a comment picker from that other video. And then towards the end, you know what? Let me start this right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to capture comments here from the live stream. And
Oh,
anybody that's here doing comments in the live stream, we're going to do a pick for the 1/10 ounce.
well, cool. So that the 1/10 is for your hardcore friends and fans here who actually are here. I like that. That's a great way to do it. And well, everybody, get ready for this, man. You might just walk away with it. Well, someone's going to walk away with a 10th grammar, right? Or is
Yeah.
it?
No, tenth of an ounce.
Oh,
It's one of the
oh,
little
1/10 ounce.
Yep, one of the little Aztec 1/10ths.
Oh, I have a few of those. Actually, I think I sent a couple out as gifts, and I think I still have a couple. And yeah, I bought those at a coin show from Vegas Coins. It was called this guy. Yeah.
So I just got that comment miner going. So if you haven't left a comment yet, go ahead and make sure you leave a comment in the chat, and you'll be entered at that point. It'll collect from now on until we do that drawing.
Yeah, lurkers don't win. Okay, lurkers. Sorry, you don't win. You gotta say something, would you? Hello, you out there? Tap 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 tap. Come on, man. Leave a comment or chat feed here. Oh, and check this out. I had to bring this out. You know why, don't you?
Let's see. Oh, Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
You know. You live right by that volcano.
Yep. I do. Well, is that Hood or is that?
Damn, I'm
one up
ugly.
in Washington.
Got to get out of the frame. There we go. That's Mount Hood. Sure is.
I saw you picked up one of the beaver rounds.
Oh,
I saw those. Harry's Coin Shop had a stack of those in their tray one day, so I picked up one of those beaver rounds.
How could you not? How could you walk past a beaver? I never walk past a beaver. Nope. And I got this one. This is not just. I picked up beavers previous to this beaver. Actually, 5 of them. This is number 6, and this was picked up in Portland, Oregon. Right, what it says on it. And I actually have the proof because I like having proof. And look at that. There you go. Here, I'm going to throw these gloves on real quick. I want to handle this beaver. And I got to have my beaver gloves on to handle beaver. So let's see. Yeah, you got to check this out. This is really cool. So when I was in Portland, Oregon last time I went up to visit my parents, they live up in Washington. And I did live in Oregon for about 7 years before I moved down to Chile. And so when I was there and I walked into the coin shop because I wanted to plan it, my little, I took the Pacific Coast Starlight, the Amtrak from Chehalis, where my parents live, down to Portland, Oregon. And then I took the MAX train over to the airport, which is so convenient there in Portland. I love Portland. I lived in Beaverton, I lived in Aloha, and I lived in Gresham when I was living there for 7 years. And I had to pick that up because it was from where we're from. Yeah. Spent a great portion of our lives. So, yeah, I'm glad you picked one up, too. These things are amazing, man. And I think these are pretty old. They don't make these anymore, but the company, the AAA Precious Metals, is still around. But I tried calling them, and I left a voicemail. They didn't call me back. I got to try to keep getting a hold of these guys because I'm really interested. They actually have 10-ounce bars. I saw a 10-ounce bar with a beaver on it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and I asked in the shop about that. In all of those rounds that they had in the shop, they just were secondary market. Something somebody had come in and sold a tube of them, so they had 20 in the case.
Right on. Yeah, I think you're always going to find those secondary. Definitely. I don't think they make them anymore. And there's my proof. Yep, I walked from the train station where I had a round squashed by a MAX train while I was there. It was kind of fun. I did a video on that. And I also did a video about the coin shop. This was a great place. AJPM. What does that stand for again? Something AJ Precious Metals, I guess. I can't remember. But the guy that was really nice there. And so I enjoyed my time in Portland just for a few hours. And I made sure I stopped and grabbed a beaver. All right. Should we do this interview?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You guys ready out there? I don't know if everybody's ready, man. Give me something cool. Some kind of a emoji. I don't care. Your pick. Choose your pick if you guys are ready for this. And that way you'll make sure that you aren't just lurking and you've actually dropped a comment. So you might win a 10th ounce of silver with an Aztec on it, right? Are you over there, FG? Are you on that side? Am I pointing at you?
Yep.
Okay.
That way from you.
You're that way. See, now when you point, you're pointing like off screen toward that way. Yep. I can never understand this. It's so weird.
So actually, one thing on the giveaways. I am not opposed to it being outside of the states, the winner. But if the winner is outside of the states, we might have to have a conversation about the shipping. I may need to check, how much it's going to cost, and then we have a conversation about it. So.
Okay, so yeah, if the winners are from outside of the country, anywhere besides the United States, we'll figure it out. So you would be sending just a Benji, right?
Well, either one.
Yeah, right. Because right now they could. Hello. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, let's get this interview going. Are you ready? Let's see if we got anybody that put emojis. I am here. We have Davinia. She doesn't use emojis, but she still says she's here. I love that. Now that round is cool. Yeah. What was that? That was Phoenix Coins likes that one. Howdy, hey Phoenix, good morning. Good to see you. I didn't say hello to you already or yet. Or yeah, I love this piece, man. Oh, I like the animals. I got a bag full of animals here. I thought we'd look at while we're talking. I did use one scroll up. I did use one scroll up. Oh, Divinity, she's telling me okay. Oh, you did already. You're just chatting. Right on. Way to go. Okay, it looks like a whole bunch of people got some emojis in there. So let's do this. We got even Mishy Stacker giving us your famous. That's what you always put on mine. And when I see your comment, FG, when you comment on my video, you see what Mishy Stacker just left?
Yep, that's the good vibes.
That's like when I see that, I think of you, like I just did just now, and that's probably why Mishy did it. But you use that a lot, and then when it's in my feed, like YouTube Studio, it just shows a little square, like a blank square. And at first, I used to say, and then if you click on it, then it goes to the actual comment at the actual video, and it shows that little guy that Mishy just put up. But so now when I see that little blank square, I don't have to go look. I know that's what you put. It's like it can't read it for some reason. It doesn't recognize it in the different program or app or whatever. It's no big deal, but it just, so wherever I see that, I think of FG Stacker. Heck yeah.
I don't know why. I just like, that one was titled Good Vibes. That just kind of was what I was wanting to pass on. So that's why I used that one.
I see. I like it. It's nice. It gives me a nice warm, fuzzy feeling. All right. Well, I'm rolling up my sleeves, and I got to show off my my skull bracelet here that Silver Sleuth sent me. Check that out. I wish this was real silver, man. I think it's stainless though. It's sick. Anyways, I'm rolling up my sleeves. Let's do this. All right, you ready?
All right.
Okay. Question 1. Okay, so this is a interview. FG Stacker, Liberty Beats interviewing FG Stacker. Take 1. Question 1. When did you collect your first piece of precious metal?
So by collect, you mean when did I make my first purchase?
Yeah. Well, somebody could have given it to you. It could have been a gift, like your first piece or your first cool coin, your first Morgan dollar. Yeah. How and where did you get it?
So this was given to me for my first birthday.
Oh, well, there you go. Dang, you win. Ding, 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 ding. You're the youngest collectors ever.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a cool story, dude. So who was it? Your mom, your dad, your grandma, grandpa?
It was actually a friend of the family who was a coin collector.
Oh, that's even cooler.
He gave this to my parents for me, of course.
Wow.
And I remember it as a kid being blast white. But back when I was about 8 years old, I always saw my grandfather and everyone wearing belt buckles that had Morgans and stuff in them. So I had a belt buckle, and I decided I was going to wear this Morgan in my belt buckle, which is why it looks toned like it does here and not toned on the back because it spent time in a belt buckle.
Oh, so it's like a belt buckle that's got a round bezel that's 38, 39, whatever millimeters, and then you like just squeeze it in so it holds it, and then you wear it?
Well, it screws in, the bezel screws on from the back, so it holds it in.
So it sucks it down and tightens it up in the back. That's freaking awesome. I got to get me one of those.
So
that way you always got a piece of silver or a 1 ounce on you no matter what. I mean, I carry mine in my pocket too, but that's like an extra bonus, emergency James Bond kind of crap right there.
So, it spent quite a few years in the belt before I then realized, the significance of what I had. By then it was already toned, but I didn't want to clean it. So it came out of the belt buckle, but that's my very first piece of silver that was mine.
Awesome. 1 year old. You guys hear this? 1 year old. Okay, question number 2. Was there someone in your younger years who taught you about money and introduced you to precious metals? I guess that'd be kind of be your neighbor, but maybe someone who sat down and talked to you about it.
No, not really. Um, he was more just a coin collector, um, not a precious metals stacker. Um, and we moved away from there when I was probably 3 or 4. So um, nobody in my family was really into it, and um, I was really uh, I forget what prompted it back in 1999. Um, I bought some American Silver Eagles. I had a video on that showing that first purchase, which was a stack of uh, all the Silver Eagles in the date run up to 99, except for some of the key years. But I didn't keep up with it. I mean, I bought a stack and they sat in a box somewhere up until last year, basically. And for some reason, one of Silver Dragon's videos showed up in my YouTube feed watching stuff last year. And that kind of started me on this journey. Uh, you know, I'm probably trampling on some of your later questions for influences, but
Not
you
at
know,
all.
Silver Dragons led me to Yankee Stacking and some of the other big channels. And then I came across My Silver Journey, and I thought, My Silver Journey's channel, kind of watching his silver journey was interesting. So that's kind of why I started my channel, was kind of just to document and follow my own progress in what I was doing with the silver.
Well, it's definitely like a diary. That's how I look at it. And yeah, and your story is very similar to some of my other interviewers. Let me talk about those real quick. We had Phoenix Coins, we have Mandy's Candy, we have Vegas Stacker, Blue Collar Stacker, and yeah, and also I've got some people that want to be interviewed, like Austrian Stacker and Dub C and Emperor Wang and T-Bird. Yeah, actually, you asked T-Bird a few questions the other day, and I asked you a couple of questions. Just in passing. But yeah, I'm really enjoying doing these interviews. But and when I hear a lot of people, yeah, they'll have like they started collecting in their younger years as kids, filling up coin books, and then they went cold, and they went cold for a long, long time, and then just recently, this YouTube has really. Well, I'm interviewing YouTubers, so well, of course, but yeah, that now they're back into it and they're dusting off those old books and they're looking through their coins again, and they're stacking and collecting and man, it's been a great journey. Absolutely. I'm so glad you're here. Awesome. I just wanted to touch on a few of the people there in the comments. We got Blister and Barnacles. Dude, what's going on, Jamie? Good morning. Good to see you. There's a guy that could win from the UK, and he would definitely deserve to win. We have Silver Sleuth is still here, 3D Woodworks. Hello, 3D. Big thumbs up to 3D. He's awesome, man. We've got Bellows Forge in the house. My man. You guys y'all might just want to leave right now because Bellows Forge just came in the house, and this dude, he's a lucky guy. Yeah, I don't know. You guys better play hard because Bellows is in the house. If you want to win, you're gonna have to try really, really hard. And who else is here? The Urban Stackers, Dan, dude, what's up? Good to see you, man. Heck yeah, Primo's still here. Right on. Let's see, we have 40 ounce. What's up, dude? Now we're partying. We got 40 ounce. He's got them cold and icy for us. Right on. I think that's about it. Sharing the journey, of course, still here. And I don't think I missed anybody. OTGM, my man. Yeah, okay. I think that's about it. Oh, Queen Nessie, all the way from the UK. Hello, Queen Nessie. Good to see you this morning. Excellent, man. You got in Blue Collar, Stacker Man's Rabbit Hole, Mishy Stacker, Phoenix Coins. Man, you got a lot of people in the house and a bunch of big leaguers, bro. Right on. Well, I hope everybody's learning about FG, and let's continue on. Question number 3. What initially brought you to stacking and not just collecting? So, what I mean? We're all collectors. I think we all start out as collectors, do we not? Am I missing the boat? So
No, I think you're right.
yeah. So what it's like now you get to this point. Okay, now you're collecting. Now okay, now you got two of one. Well, I guess you're a stacker because you have doubles, right? And it's not like dupes, like baseball cards. Like oh, I got a dupe. That sucks. Or oh, it's great if it's a really good card, but yeah. So you go from collecting to actually starting to like buy weight in generic bullion and bars that are cheap and kilos that are cheap, and now you're building you get some heft to your stack. So what initially made you transform, or have you? Are you a stacker?
I am. Uh, so for me, it was probably two things. And that was one, I could kind of see, or at least I think I kind of see where stuff is going with the economy and inflation. And my initial purpose for getting into stacking was basically just to preserve the value of what we had rather than just having cash in the bank or in a savings account, to be able to preserve value. And where I really, it was not so much right at right at first until I had an opportunity. Um, my wife's father um inherited um some constitutional silver, and he didn't. He wasn't looking to keep it. He was going to take it in and sell it at an LCS or pawn shop or somewhere else. So I talked to my wife, and what we did was, rather than letting him do that, uh, we bought the constitutional from him. So actually, I was showing off here. This is one of my most unusual pieces I have in my stack.
That's cool.
It is something to do with one of the societies, sterling silver. It's serial numbered. I haven't seen very many of these out there.
I've never seen any of those. I don't even know what that is.
It's
Huh.
not quite an ounce, but just something I found really interesting. But anyways, so we worked out a deal with him. We paid him more than what an LCS would pay him. We got a little bit of a price break on what we would be able to buy it from the LCS for. So we paid him just, right around what melt was at that point in time, and jumped into this feed ahoy with, about $400 face value of constitutional silver.
Well, that's a nice little chunk of weight right there, and it sounds like a win-win. And that's like one of the reasons why I started this community was I wanted to be able to network and have maybe some type of an exit strategy, where instead of going to the LCS, I maybe sell off to people who value it and appreciate it more and might give me a couple more dollars per ounce, just so I don't lose as hard if I have to get out before, let's say, the price rises. So yeah, and also, of course, made so many awesome friends along this journey. Like people like you, of so many amazing people, and God, it's just been great. And man, okay, so you stacked initially with U.S. constitutional, and how many 400 face value?
About $400 face. Yeah.
Dang, dude, yeah, that was a big chunk, man.
Yep, it was.
Nice.
So, after I got into it with that, and then I started picking up other pieces. And right about that time, I got interested in Whatnot. So, I was doing purchasing through Whatnot, and kind of what you were alluding to there. I kind of started thinking about, well, if I needed to exit, what's my strategy? So I actually started selling on Whatnot also, just, kind
Oh
of
yeah.
trying to build up build up a following and a channel on there. But I found, Whatnot is live auctions, even with like this morning, butterflies in my stomach. I am not a public speaker type of person. So
Well, you're
after
doing
about
great, man.
3 months of selling on Whatnot, um, I kind of called a quit to that. It's just it never got better for me. But so some of the pieces that you might see, if you go back and watch some of my early videos, you'll see that there are some pieces I pick up. Some of those may be gone because I sold them off of my Whatnot channel. But everything that's coming in now is staying here. I'm not selling it off on Whatnot any longer.
Right on. Okay, so let's see. That was what initially brought you to stacking, not just collecting. Okay, so you got the $400 in U.S. constitutional. Okay, so question number 4: how long have you been watching everyone here, like this community on YouTube? Like when did you first start watching? Like let's say specifically Precious and Metals community.
So just about a year and a half ago. So um, when we made that purchase of the constitutional was August of 23. So I just really started watching all the YouTube content back in like June, July of 23. I'm relatively new to this. It's only been about a year and a half. So anything other than this Morgan and the 9 Silver Eagles I purchased back in 1999, anything else you see here is something I've gotten in the last year and a half.
Okay. And how did you? Okay, well, let's say that's not actually a real question, but I guess it's part of it. So, how did you? Like, what brought you to start watching? Was it because you just got back into the coin collecting, or you saw your old stuff, and like, why did you start watching YouTube? And or did you just stumble onto it, like something in your feed showed a piece of
Yeah,
silver?
it literally was serendipity. It was just something from Silver Dragons showed up. And I'll tell you really what drew me in on that. So I was watching Silver Dragons and he was at Harry's Coin Shop and he was mentioning about being in Portland.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and I was like, oh, well, and I don't know why it showed up in my feed. I hadn't ever watched that type of content before, but perhaps because he was in Portland, I'm in Portland. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But one of his Harry's coin shop videos showed up, so I actually clicked on it and watched it, and it kind of intrigued me that he was in Portland. And I looked up Harry's coin shop to see where it happened to be, and kind of oddly enough, it is in the same parking lot across from a building where I worked for 10 years. So I knew exactly where Harry's Coin Shop was because I worked and parked in that parking lot where he's at. Um, in fact, Harry's Coin Shop has taken over space from a little lunch counter restaurant place where I used to go over and eat lunch. So that,
Nice.
you know, kind of feeling the connection there to that coin shop, that location. So
Yeah,
I still
that would definitely intrigue me, especially if I'm like, oh, my town, what? Let me look. Oh my God, it's right there where I used to work. Yeah, that would definitely suck me into it. All right, so okay, now you're watching YouTube, and you started out with Silver Dragons, Harry's Coin Shop, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so what made you want to take the plunge after watching this community to actually do it yourself, to become a creator?
well, like I said, those influences really probably came from my silver journey and other small creators. So, I watched some of the big guys like Yankee and Salivate Metals and those, and I wasn't really interested in doing that type of content because I'm not doing all of that level of research that they're doing like Sal does and um, like I said, I'm not really a public speaker, but I got to watching, trickle down effect. I got to watching a lot of the smaller creators. So folks like, you or um, Serpent Silver was another one that I started watching early on. Uh, Stack That Gold, Tuli Tuli, Cranky Stacker, Mishy Stacker. Those are all channels that I really started watching early on, and the smaller channels are what drew me in. And I thought, I could probably just chat like that and show the silver I'm picking up to kind of track it. And um, so yeah, it was thanks to all the smaller channels that I got into it.
Oh man, well, yeah, I fully understand that because I'm the same story. Yep, I started watching so many different channels, and I'm like, oh, I want to do what they're doing. I love what they're doing. I want to be part of this. And of course, you start commenting, and then you find out how nice everyone is and how supportive. If you mention, oh, I'd like to start a channel, and they're like, well, if anybody tells me that, I'm like, get it, go get it, and it's yeah, the community once you start watching them and then communicating with them and yeah how it's hard not to I think for that's it, yeah, definitely I feel what you're saying. Okay, question number 5. No, that was 5. I'm sorry, that was taking the plunge into being a creator. Now question number 6: which channels, I think you already answered, do you feel have influenced and inspired you the most? Okay, so you told me the channels that inspired you the most to get you into this, so let's change this question up a little bit. Who is inspiring you now?
I think you're a big inspiration. That's one of the reasons you're on here with me this morning.
Oh wait, I'm not fishing. I'm not fishing. All right, I'm being silly and stupid. Anyways, no, I'm not fishing for that. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I definitely, that's my goal, is to really inspire this community, to get everyone just passionate about this and up in their game and taking it a leap further, and just a little more lifestyle, a little more. Let's just just not just go for it, have fun, and just do what you think people would enjoy. Entertain. That's I'm looking to inspire people to entertain, and I'm so glad that thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say that I inspire you. Thanks so much, FG. You're awesome, bro. You inspire me, dude. You totally inspire me, man. That your silver world coin collection, man, and then you're pouring. Look at these pieces you're making, and then working your collaborating with your daughter on this, and it's like you're awesome, man. Thank you so much, and thank you for saying I inspire you. How about someone else though, please? I want to share the spotlight with somebody else.
Well, I mean, it would be hard to pick one person. More some of the more recent ones, like T-Bird,
Yeah,
Phoenix, of
yeah.
course. I found Pirate Stacker later than some of the others, but Southeast Stacker, uh, Nubismatic. I just found a whole nother community through Nubismatic. Uh, what is it? Hunting Southwest Ohio, where
Oh,
they're doing like coin roll searches and that kind of stuff. So, um, Kansas City Kid. I do watch Fish. I tune in on his, going through Bible studies. So
nice.
they're just, I watch a lot of content. Real quick, before we do the more questions, I'm going to go ahead and do the comment picker from the comment video.
There we go.
So we're going to do the drawing for the Benjamin Franklin. And the way I'm going to do it, I am going to filter it on duplicate users, but I'm not going to put any keywords into it. We're just going to read the comment as long as the person said something that's somehow related. So we can just, make sure it wasn't a bot doing it. Then you'll be winning it, and we'll discuss how to get it to you. Winners, if I don't already have your address, will have 7 days to email me. My email is in my channel description, so you can email me. So
Yeah, you got to
here we
watch out. You got to watch out for those GOG anchors.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, this video has comments disabled. Oh, you know what? I picked the comments from the wrong video for that one. All right, give me a second.
Oh, you're fine. Take your time, man. It's Sunday. We're driving slow.
You shouldn't be driving at all.
Well, I'm actually parked, so we're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the mobile studio is parked.
All right. Copy. Paste. I put the live stream video link in there rather than the other. That's why that was giving me that error. Okay. Let's see. That settings there, that settings there. See if I can do math this morning. All right, so 45 comments. That's pretty good odds. So here we go.
Good luck, everybody. Let's do this.
Louise. So Louise, if you're here, let's see. Congratulations on 250 subs. What a nice Benjamin Franklin coin. Was minted the year my mom was born.
Wow.
So,
who was that? What's the name?
Louise Wayneman.
Oh, nice. Well, congratulations, Louise. Right on. Wow. And the same year mom was born. That was meant to be, man. We got some manifestation happening right here.
I'm guessing that the way she phrased that she may be from across the pond.
Oh, yeah. My mom, she said, Mom, M-U-M.
Oh, am I back? Okay. Sorry about that. Button. So congrats, Louise. I know I don't have your address, so you have 7 days to shoot me an email, and we'll see if we can figure out where you're at and what the shipping might look like. What I'm thinking is, I think shipping overseas, you have to do, I don't know, have you shipped overseas, LBS?
Yeah, I have, and Austria refused my mail, so Austrian Stacker never got his package, and I haven't resent. And I have a giveaway person who won like 7 months ago. I haven't sent yet to English Dave. I owe him a package. I feel like just taking all my stuff that I want to bring over there and flying the hell over there and handing it out. I'm telling you, yeah, no, yeah. I don't know. There's laws about sending coins in the mail over to Europe, and there's customs. It's. I'm not going to do it anymore. I mean, I got like a whole bag full of mail I'm going to send over there. But after that, I'm only going to send like stickers in an envelope, and I'm not going to send any poker chips. Maybe I'll send like a whole bunch to somebody who can send them from country to country around there. Like 365 might do that for me. He's super cool. Austrian Stacker might do that, but it's in this day and age, what is going on? Why is it so hard to send somebody a freaking 50-cent dollar to? I don't understand, man. Anyways, I'm taking out my frustrations because I'm mad at myself as well. So I'm projecting a little bit, but it's tough. It's really tough to send precious metals to Europe from the United States. What I've discovered, and I've been refused, like I said.
Yeah. Well, get in contact to me. Any part. So Davina says any parcel under 135 pounds is customs free. So, well, we'll see.
I don't know about that. Maybe to her country. I don't know. Yeah, maybe every country's different. So there you go. It's not like you're just getting past custom. You're getting to every different country's customs. It's Anyways, well, yeah, I'm sure you'll get it over there. It'll work out. I have good feelings you will. Absolutely. Right on. Well, congratulations. It looks like who else rolled in here? I think I missed somebody. Uh, who was it? I'm rolling back. Uh, oh, Cranky. Cranky's in the house. There we go. There's Cranky. Hello, Cranky.
Welcome
Good
in, Cranky.
morning. Glad you're here. Stack Attacker Wager. There's somebody else who came in. Right on. Let's see if there's any new ones. All right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I guess we should. So you gave that away. Let's get to question number 7. What are your long-term goals? What are your prospects for your channel?
For my channel. Well,
long-term goals, yeah, for your channel. Like, where are you taking this? Where's this train headed?
like I said, it was really just kind of a documenting what I'm collecting when I'm getting it. So I didn't really have goals in terms of, uh, you know, I want to get to, 1,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers or something like, Silver Dragons. It was just more about uh, this is the stuff I'm getting, and I'd like to share it with everybody. So my goals are more just sharing as opposed to targets of where I'm going. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yeah. So you're just looking to continue sharing and documenting your diary of what you're doing, what you're collecting. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. What about promoting your Morning Star medals?
Well, yeah. Um, that was an idea, that was put together with my daughter to try and get her interested in doing the medals also. Like a lot of young people, she's buried in electronic device and in that world, and um, just trying to do something to get her some variety of interest and interest outside of what she's currently doing. Um, she's in college now. She's doing graphics arts
Ooh,
degree.
cool.
What exactly she's going, I mean, I know that there's a lot of things she could do with that. She doesn't really know where she's going with it other than that's what she was interested in. So, my first step was to get her on board with me and designing kind of a logo that we could use for stamping metal. So that's where she came up with this logo, uh, Morningstar Metals. So we wanted some type of Morning Star and the MSM, and then that's her artist signature. If you turn it this way, it's kind of like a stylized T and an E, is what I always think it looks like. But that's her artist signature. So I got her to work on that, and then of course she helped me with colorizing my Homer coin. My wife was worried about my original Homer Simpson. I uh, I say icon. Uh, the word escapes me. But anyways, my original Homer was, an actual cell from one of the Homer Simpson uh, cartoons.
Oh yeah,
So
she's worried about copyright infringement, and I totally agree. I totally
right.
agree. That's why I kind of let 007 Phoenix Coins know, yeah, if you get big, it's going to be a problem later down the road to use logos from other, copyrighted stuff. So, yeah,
So
she's right. So basically, it's your long-term goals for your channel are to continue sharing, continue documenting your diary of your journey here through precious metals, and also I think it's very noble of you to get your daughter, out of her nose, out of the phone, and well, the best you can out of the electronics and into the real world, getting her hands to actually pour metals with you. That's so cool. I'm glad that she's responsive and willing to do that. You know, my kids, it's hard to get them to do anything, man. And they're not kids, they're adults, like you're saying, you know, grown kids. And yeah, no, I applaud you, and I hope it goes well. I hope she stays with it and with you. And I tell you what, whatever you guys are doing, I'm loving it, and I want to see it grow like crazy. I can't wait to see the next thing you do, man. I'm very excited. Thank you.
You know, I just saw Queen Nessie made a comment in there about, you know, if you're not going to send prizes outside of the U.S., have an alternate prize like an Amazon gift card. That is certainly a option. So
That's an
I,
excellent idea. She's a smart lady, man.
yeah, I'll discuss that with the winner when they contact me. Maybe we'll arrange something like that where I can just send them an Amazon gift card code.
Yeah,
And
or you could just PayPal them $35. Why not? I mean,
yeah,
you seriously could. That'd be so much easier. It's quick. You're done. You know, I mean, it's kind of weird to have to be, you know, like we can't even just physically. Here's a gift. You know, I love you. Have something cool. You know, but yeah, that's what this world has come to. We're all like digital now. But yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. Okay, so that was long-term goals. Now, question 8: what do you like to do for fun? Like your recreational activities, hobbies, and pastimes. I mean, besides creating and pouring metals.
well, in the past, I was a pretty avid online gamer, so I know where my daughter gets her
Oh,
knows the devices from. Um, yeah, I spend a lot of time in. Uh, so I'm a Atari 2600 generation, right?
okay,
So
yeah.
all the way back to childhood with my Atari, but um,
Pong.
Commodore 64,
Oh, yeah.
up up through, you know, I was one of the first people on the EverQuest servers when EverQuest launched. I was one of the first people on World of Warcraft servers when World of Warcraft launched. I spent a
Wow.
lot of time doing online gaming.
Shit,
Um,
you're a veteran.
I am, but uh, about 2.5 years ago, so you'll notice about a year before I got into stacking and everything, um, I had a minor heart attack.
Oh,
It was kind of a wake up call to I needed to change lifestyle a little bit, you know, change eating. I was overweight uh, by quite a bit, so I kind of made some changes over that year after my heart attack. Uh, uh, Lost about 70 pounds, so I'm
wow,
down to
good.
a reasonable weight, and I stopped. I stopped gaming, so I am not
Nice.
sitting in front of the computer gaming all the time. Still sitting in front of a computer because that's, you know, that's what I do for work. But
Right.
I'm not spending all of my free time gaming at this point, which was something that I was doing before. So, you know, now I work out in the shop. I do a little bit of woodworking. I'm doing the silver pouring, um, and staying busy with like doing the YouTube stuff and stacking and collecting, and much more involved with family and church at this point. So just overall life changes. You know, the heart attack really made me stop and look in retrospect at, you know, what have I gained from all my time I've spent gaming, you know, lots of achievements in game, but what do those really mean? That type of introspection.
Right on. Excellent. Okay. Okay, so that was like what your recreational activities, hobbies, pastimes. And then, okay, so the final question, I have a bonus question. I'm going to ask you the last one here. But before that, is there anyone, and you've pretty much shouted out your wife, you shouted out your daughter, you shouted out channels that inspired you. to start watching YouTube, and then channels that are inspiring you now. But right in this moment, could be friends, family, viewer, creator, anybody. Who would you like to give a shout out to? And not me, please. You already shouted me out too. Thank you.
Well, I guess my mom had some impact also. So always good to shout
Sorry
out your
about that.
parents.
Just had the paramedic roll by. Will you start over? I apologize.
Always good to shout out your parents. My
Yeah.
mom, my mom and dad did have a big impact. I don't know if anyone else ever had this, but they were both born in 30s, 40s. They saw when silver went away, so they kind of had this old wool sock where they stuffed all of their silver coins that were coming through that they were seeing in change. So
Nice.
that old wool sock of silver coins was always a fascination to me.
Cool.
And one of the cool items that was in it was this $50. And, it was a very unusual commemorative $50. So it was like the kind of the star of the wool sock.
Ah,
So um, at one point, my mom gave this to me as a Christmas gift. So that was really another. I guess I didn't mention it earlier, but another one of kind of the things that got me into silver stacking was my mom handing me that $50 out of her wool sock.
nice. Oh, that's a great shout out. Right on. Parents included. We got everybody, I think. Excellent. Okay, so now here's my bonus question. And it's just, I'm curious about you and if we share something, maybe. And my question is uh, okay, so let me tell you a little bit. When I was living up there in Beaverton, Aloha area, I had the Wilson River at my disposal, and I did a lot of steelhead fishing out there. And I had, I was the first guy in the morning breaking the spider webs down the trails. And in the comes snow, sleet, hail. If I had a few hours to roll out to Wilson River and go fishing, I was on it. I lost a lot of gear on that river. And we actually family did the family fishing trips as well, and also we camped out there, had a great time. Okay, so here's my question: do you or have you been out to the Wilson River? And because I think you live pretty darn close to there.
I have not been to the Wilson River, so
Oh,
I am uh, probably about as west from Portland as you can get before you get up into the mountains going on over to the coast.
so
So
the
when we go,
22, right? Is that the
yeah,
22 that takes you to the coast?
yep, exactly. So Forest
So that's
Grove
where
is
the Wilson River basically, or the 22 follows the Wilson River through the canyon, through the mountains there, the runoff on both directions. Because you go up, then you go down, and so you've traveled this highway then probably quite a bit. Is that how you get to the beach?
exactly. So when we go camping, we either go uh, up the coast, kind of into the Astoria area, or seaside, or down the coast to like Lincoln City, Pacific City. Uh, we've occasionally gone down as far as Florence, but we like to go over and spend time on the coast. We haven't spent much time on the rivers.
Cool. Well, I did spend a lot of time on the rivers, but every place you mentioned, I've been to, and I love the beach. Oh my God. I like, oh man, up there, like Sunset Beach, you could actually drive your car on the beach. I don't know if you still can, but when we lived there, you could drive your car on the beach. And yeah, we are definitely beach goers. We love the coast, the cliffs, we're anywhere way next to the water. That's so cool. Man, now you mentioned all those places, and I want to get back up to Oregon. Oh, I miss it there. It's such a beautiful, beautiful place. All the waterfalls, the Columbia River Gorge. Oh man, yeah. Oh, the Hood River, the Mount Hood, all these beautiful places. It's just incredible out there, and I'm glad to hear that you are a beachgoer as well, man. So we do share that in common. Excellent, excellent.
So at some point when I was showing this, you were mentioning wanting to get a hold of this.
Yeah. Or one of those. I don't want your first. I want, well, I would imagine you're going to continue making them. And I was thinking the solution to maybe just make those thicker. Like if you made that 3 ounces, real thick, then you could probably smack on the back,
That's possible. Something that I put together here, maybe you'd be more interested in this.
What? Oh, what are you, dude? I've been looking. Oh my God. No way. I would be, well, I'm interested in both because the other one holds a very special meaning to me that I don't want to share. But the butterfly, the death head butterfly is amazing. But that, in a whole nother aspect of my life, means a whole bunch too. That's amazing, man. Wow.
So you remember you sent me the file for that. You used this on one of your videos.
I did. And you printed, you 3D printed that thing, and then you put it into the sand. And what does the back look like?
So,
wow,
this was one of my stamping failures because I was really kind of getting flustered at my failures to stamp on those.
Oh, that's not a failure, man. I don't care. That looks amazing. It's got it. Some of our greatest follies are our greatest feat, or our worst follies are our greatest feats, right? But so what if it's dimpled? That is amazing, dude.
So you don't have MSM, you don't have the star, you have MS Sigma. I goofed up on that stamp. So you would have a air bar, but this is one of one. I wouldn't ever pour more of these.
Wow, that's beautiful. Wow, you do some amazing work. That's incredible. You got to show me. I got to make a griffin, and I need you to help me do that.
So I 3D printed this. I didn't get a chance to pour it yet, but the other night in one of the streams, Phoenix was talking about being a not your usual Tweety. So I 3D printed this, and I thought I might try and pour this. I know we have several Phoenix.
Yeah.
Channels. And you see Tweety birds dressed up as a Phoenix there.
Oh, you are on to something. That's amazing. I can't wait to see that in silver. Holy cow. Dude, you're making some great stuff. Wow. So how big is that? What is the weight on the 5 swords, the tarot heart?
It's 1.7 ounces, just over 1.7.
So it's very thin.
It is very thin.
And then that's why you're getting like a little dimple on the, because it takes so much pressure, you can't really support it.
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder, could you make, and it's just an idea, and I don't know how all this stuff works, but what if you were to make a 3D print something that would accept it, like the other side of it, the opposite of it, the flip side of it, so that you could actually print that, like maybe make it, I don't know, 1/4 inch thick in plastic, lay that piece into it, and then print, and then put that maybe on top of some padding, and then hit it that way, and that might give it extra support between the padding, like a hard plastic in between that actually dropped into.
So that is actually what I tried. I bought some of this stuff that's malleable plastic. So you heat it, and once it gets hot enough, it becomes malleable. And
like the little pellets, you put them in hot water, and it gets real soft, and then it gets real hard.
Exactly. And so I made a cushion and pressed this into it. So I had, for all of these, I had that plastic underneath supporting it, which is why it didn't impact the actual design, but it just is not enough. When I tried to stamp this guy, so like I said, you can kind of catch that the stamp hit it here.
Yeah.
But what it did was essentially bent it back from the plastic. What I would have to do is somehow have it clamped flat, I think, in order
Oh,
to prevent that from happening.
I see.
So
Because yeah. Oh, I see what you're
yeah,
saying. Yeah, yeah.
what what the plastic did do for me was I was able to flip this over onto the flat surface, put that malleable plastic mold.
Oh, and then hammer down, boom, boom, with like a piece of wood and then a mallet on top.
Yeah. So I was able to recover the shape of it, um, for the most part, but unfortunately it didn't. I couldn't fix this little mini dimple that's in the front.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if this design is something you are interested in getting and you want it non-stamped so it doesn't have any of that, I could remelt this and pour it again.
Well, yeah, I would definitely be interested in one of those. Absolutely, man.
But like I said, I only plan to make one of these. So if you want to work some kind of deal for this one, um,
Yeah,
either this
I
one,
don't want you to remake it. I think it's like the Japanese craftsmen. They always make a mistake. You know why? Because only God is perfect, and that makes a lot of sense to me. I think it's beautiful the way it is, man. Yeah, let's talk about that for sure.
all right, we'll do that.
Right on.
Okay, so you're done with questions.
Yeah, thanks for letting me interview. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Right on.
We've been going for over an hour, which is a lot longer than I expected.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and I've been capturing everyone's chat. Let's go ahead and draw for the 10th
Good. How
ounce.
you doing?
So this one, it looks like I just click here. So I've not used this one before. Well, I've not used any of them before, but let's see. It says pick winner. Oh, well, it's going to take a bit. It looks like it has 86 seconds for the
Oh, that's
capture
fine.
process.
Yeah, yeah. So this is for the everyone who's here. So everybody, if you are watching, lurking, whatever you're doing, yeah, throw a quick comment in the chat feed. Say something, anything. If you want to get into this giveaway, it's for a 10th ounce Aztec by Golden State Mint. Beautiful little piece of silver. And FG Stacker is going to send that out to a lucky winner for his 250 subscriber plus now plus right, you're above 250 giveaway. So heck yeah, get in there, you guys. Come on. I don't know, I haven't seen my comments change in like 20 minutes. I don't know if my phone's messed up. I hope we're still live. I don't know, or
Yeah,
maybe nobody just wants to say anything. We're so interesting they can't even speak. Are you guys out there? I don't know, are my comments stuck? Are your comments moving on your end there, FG?
they were. I'm tabbed out over onto this page, so I'm not seeing it.
Huh. Wow. Well, it says there's 24 people here and you've got 22 likes. Very nice on a live stream, man. That's way better than I did on some of my first ones. My gosh. That's as good as I do now. You're doing great, dude. Wow, still
Okay,
they're not moving.
so it
Nobody's.
says
Hello?
we've captured 191 messages.
LBS fix your. Oh, hold on. I just got. I'll be back right back. I just got something's wrong. So, Blue Collar Stacker just sent me a text. Let me check this real quick. Go here.
All right, here we go. We're picking a winner. Bellows Forge. So Bellows, I don't think I've mailed anything to Bellows before. So if you find my email address is just fgstacker@gmail.com. Pretty easy, thanks to LBS. He's the one that goaded me into making it an easier email address. And I know everyone thinks Bellows wins everything.
Yeah, he does. And I right when I slipped away just to see what Blue Collar Stacker, he says, fix your phone. I don't know what that means. I guess my phone's not working. I don't even know if I'm here on the live stream with you, but if I am, cool. And I told you guys, Bellows Forge is going to win this. And this is not rigged. This is just the universe speaking to us, and especially speaking loud and clear to Bellows Forge. Right on, dude. Congratulations. Phone is getting warm. Maybe that's what my problem is. I don't know. But thanks for letting me be here. And everyone have a great day, man. And I'll let you finish out. And I'm just going to be quiet and show a piece of silver till you click the off button.
Okay. Well, like I said, we've been going for 70 minutes, so I think that's probably good. I want to thank everybody who showed up here and everybody who didn't. If you're watching this on a later replay, I'm blown away that I've gotten as many subscribers as I did on my small channel. So I just want to thank everybody. I always appreciate the comments on my videos. I love reading every single one. So put your tag name. So I see Average Jane. Okay. Average Joe has a mail call to do. He can open what I sent him. I did send him something recently. But anyways, yep. I really appreciate everybody, and thanks again. And LBS, special thanks to you for joining me this morning. It was really appreciated. I tell you, it's a lot easier to talk to somebody than to maintain a monologue with a chat. That was one of the things that why I stopped doing Whatnot, is trying to maintain several hours of monologue against chat was just not something I could do easily. So,
well, I totally understand you. I feel what you're saying, and I got to chime in real quick. I'm always here if you need me. Just give me a couple days heads up, and I would love to, build you some confidence and let you get out on your own. And it is a great way to have someone with you. And anybody out there, definitely, I like being a guest. I really do. It's a lot of fun, and try to shut my ass up. It ain't gonna happen. And you know where I got all the experience. Like you're saying, it's hard to talk just by yourself, because you're basically talking to yourself. Well, you're talking to everyone out there. Just think about that. You're talking to everyone out there, not just yourself. But I have a lot of experience in talking to myself. I don't know. I've just done it all my life. So maybe that's why I'm never at a loss for words. I'm keeping myself entertained. Hopefully you guys too. Thanks for having me. It was a very special honor to be here and to interview you. Thank you so much, FG Stacker. And congratulations to Bellows Forge. Congratulations to Louise. And congratulations on 250 awesome subscribers. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. And I'll catch you next time.
Cheers, y'all. Peace out. Later.